Let's see, trending UFOs. And then we're gonna look at that guy I was telling you about. All right. David Grusch went on Fox News and removed every excuse anyone had left. David dropped the kind of statements that should make the entire country stop in its tracks. He discusses everything from crash retrievals to bodies no holds barred.
Online.
Well, certainly the last administration didn't help, and my hearing, of course, was during the last administration, and they were not exactly super transparent on this issue, unfortunately. But now that the task force has been created, I've been able to, guide the members within the boundaries of what they're actually cleared for.
When people look at this, they look online, they say, there's a lot out there. There's a lot of people talking about encounters. There's a lot of people talking about videos, and we've seen a lot of that. Can we just cut it down to, you believe that we have encountered alien beings and that they've come to Earth and that we know about it as a U.S. government?
That seems to be the case. I don't like to characterize necessarily where they came from. They're definitely some kind of non-human sentience, but it is true, believe it or not, we've recovered the vehicles, and we actually have physical proof, and I was actually partially cleared into some of those activities. It was beyond oral testimony provided to me. I actually had partial access.
See, my only thing is, okay, that's great. That's cool. I'm glad that someone is saying, hey, there's aliens. I've seen the bodies, I've seen the vehicles, yada, 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 right? Love it. Cool. Show me. Quit fucking talking about it. Show us. I mean, like, okay, you're gonna get in trouble for talking about it anyway. Dude, you're on freaking Fox News. Millions of people are watching, or have watched, or will watch. Show the fucking picture. Bring some proof, bro. Bring a video. I don't know. It's frustrating.
To the data and actually read the intelligence reports resulting from those programs.
Like
and
with your own eyes,
Correct.
You saw it.
Yes.
And so when people say this is kooky, this is out there, there's nothing to back it up.
I don't speak for other parts of the government, but I can tell you NASA, which I speak for, is open and transparent with our data.
Do you believe what Mr. David Grusch said, or is he lying?
Whatever he said, where's the evidence?
What do you say?
Certainly members of this current administration are very, very well aware of this reality. Certainly the current president is very knowledgeable on this subject, and I trust his leadership on it, and I think he's assembled an A-team cabinet, and I really believe if Trump wants to be the greatest president and the most consequential leader likely in world history, he certainly has the knowledge, the capabilities, and understanding of some of these sensitive government transparency issues.
I have access, and I speak to people about it. I've had actually meetings on it. People that are very smart and very solid have said they believe there is something out there. And, it makes sense that there could be. I've never been convinced, even despite that. I just, for some reason, it's not my thing.
So you think, one, he knows, and two, he's open to transparency on UAPs?
He certainly is very well informed on this issue. Leave it at that. I don't want to get ahead of what the president might want to reveal personally.
There's been a role to cover this up, you're saying, through administrations. And there have been people who have been threatened and told not to testify?
I was physically threatened even before I sent in my Intelligence Community Inspector General report under the previous administration. I actually had to go and seek legal protection that way because I was, literally in fear both professionally and in my personal life.
And when you mentioned in that testimony of recovering the pilots or remains non-human, that's something that you saw as far as the intelligence with your eyes?
Yes. And it is a very uncomfortable, even for me now, as somebody who's seen it, experienced it, even talking about it, because it's so outside a normal person's worldview to understand that there is this biological sentience that have piloted these crafts that don't necessarily look 100% like you and I.
Were there pictures? Were there?
There were, yes, there were.
When I said from another planet or from outer space, you said we don't know where they're from. Is it interdimensional? What are we talking about?
I've talked to a lot of, I'll call graybeards on the program. That is a subject of hot debate on origin. As a guy trained in physics formally as well in my background, I leave an open mind on what the origin is. Certainly,
dude, come on.
There is the...
See, I hate when they talk like that, the fucking mumbo jumbo. It's like, come on, dude. Be straight up about it. You're talking about something that's gonna change the world, okay? Like, don't sit here and be like, well, I have a background in physics and I have an open mind. Their origins is a hot debate topic. Shut the fuck up. Do they come from planet Earth or not? If not, where do you believe they come from? If they do, how are they not human? What makes them alien? Like, who's asking these questions?
Extraterrestrial hypothesis, and they could be coming from elsewhere off Earth, but I don't usually go there because I did not see that data, and I'm not conversant in the high confidence theories that the U.S. government had.
I'm not aware of any remains that the department has of any signs of extraterrestrial beings or activity or technology.
You say we, the U.S. government knows, but there are many other governments around the world. Do they know?
They have their own programs, and like I said 2.5 years ago, we have been in arms race with our peer competitors, namely Russia and China, and they have their own programs in this regard. And I was actually able to view a body of intelligence that discussed adversarial programs, and I'll leave it at that.
We've recovered things, you say, bodies and physical remains. Was there a sense that the motive of how they got here, what they were doing, was it peaceful, not peaceful?
We've seen a mixed bag of activity. And motive and intent.
Here's the thing, boys. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm going to tell you two things. I think I know the reason why they'll never admit to them being here. I'll tell you why. I think that, hold on. That they'll never admit that there's extraterrestrials or UAPs, UFOs. I don't think they'll ever admit to it because they have to hide so much about it. Does that make sense? That there's too much shit that they can't talk about. That if they come out and say X, Y, and Z is real, they can't just say that. And they don't want to say other stuff. So it's kind of like, okay, so if they come out and say, hey, aliens exist, but we're not going to tell you where they're from, why they're here, how they got here, how long they've been here, nothing. Everyone's going to be like, dude, nah, hell no, tell us. They're not going to. And then it's going to just cause mass hysteria. What's the point in that? Now, I do believe that if they come out and tell us because they have to tell us because, let's say, a freaking UFO crashes right in the middle of a freaking London or freaking Washington, D.C. or freaking middle of a football game live on television. They're going to have to come out and talk about it. And I think that would be the better scenario because they can kind of put a spin on it like, oh, this is new to us. So I think that they would have a lot more to work with if they were being forced to talk about it rather than coming out and just telling us on their own. Does that make sense?
Either visiting, that's once again, that gets into our assessments, not necessarily, we can't quite understand the intent of some of the sentience and why they're visiting. Could it be because we have interesting genetic material on Earth? We're a Jurassic Park tourist attraction for.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love hearing that we're a Jurassic Park tourism destination.